It's Wednesday, September the 6th, and you're tuned in to the tniab podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Anthony.
This is the Geek Chic Culture Show where we talk about all the cool things in the whole wide world. What is up, everybody? School is in session. For all you youngsters,
I think that's air horn worthy.
Yeah, for all you youngsters, school's back, and for all of you who I know who listen to this who are in the teaching side of things,
sucker,
sucks to be
Stop
you.
mooching off the government.
Sucks to be you.
I'm just joking.
Especially principals out there.
Yeah, right.
I always hated you growing up.
They do nothing.
Yeah, you just sit in your office and do nothing.
Yeah. Just because I scammed that kid out of his Digimon cards doesn't mean I'm a bad person.
Yeah, you don't have to call my parents. Fuck.
Why'd you have to ban Beyblades?
Oh my god. I was looking at that human anatomy book for research, not tits. That's a real story, I'm not lying. So
mine was I would look up the most risque things on Encarta 98.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, what's Encarta 98?
Encarta 98, so there's a thing, it's called the Encyclopedia.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Alright, it's a giant book full of everything in alphabetical order.
Like the internet?
Yeah.
Wow.
But there used to be a piece of software called Encarta. And Encarta was a Microsoft program that was an encyclopedia, but on your computer.
Man, I know last week we talked about being closer to 30 than 20,
yeah.
But you just made me feel like I was 18.
Yo, whatever. I found Encarta 98 on disc, baby.
98.
I don't think I can install it, but do you think it'll run on a Windows 10 machine? How many frames per second am I gonna get on Encarta?
I think you can install it, but it has to be in like a virtual OS. Like you need a virtual 98 to install it inside of. Like a virtual box.
I didn't mention this to you at all. I haven't mentioned it to anybody. I've been keeping it in my head because I think it's a dumb idea.
Uh-oh.
So I've been thinking of building a new computer.
You just spent...
Shh. I've been thinking of building a new old computer.
No, it's a dumb idea. You don't have to finish. It's a dumb idea.
I was thinking of building a computer that's new to me, but it runs all old parts, and I put like Windows 98 on it.
Why?
Because then I can run all my floppy disk games.
Why?
Because then I'm running a cool old PC on original hardware.
Wow.
And it'll just be, it's not going to be a full tower. I'm not crazy.
What's it going to be?
It'll be like one of those like the mini ones.
I got a better idea. Buy a Chromebook and go to a website that just runs all your floppy disk on Flash.
But it's not on the disk.
But it's on the fucking hardware.
But it's not on the disk.
No, that's a dumb idea. Don't do it. Don't do it.
My friend let me borrow his USB floppy drive.
Okay.
And I ripped all my floppies.
Why? You must have been fucking bored to be ripping floppies at night.
It doesn't take that long. I think it takes longer to input the floppy and to eject the floppy than it does to rip the floppy.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, I was doing that, and now I'm trying to figure out a way to run those games.
The hell, man.
Because my parents were cleaning out stuff.
What are you trying to play?
I was trying to play
Hugo?
Mickey's crossword puzzle.
Yo, listen, just put that into Google.
Sesame Street teaches typing.
Again, just put that into Google. There's one game I remember playing. Teaches you. I don't know if you know what it's called. It was like a Barney game where you have to shoot him, and it's really gruesome.
Sounds like a Flash game.
Yeah, but I forget. I forget.
Yeah, it sounds like something out of Newgrounds.
Yeah, I remember playing that like in the early '90s. So.
Yeah, I was going to see if my cousin still had her floppy disk version of Outrun. So, yeah.
No, okay.
So I'm thinking of building a new old computer.
Okay, well, table that idea.
Okay.
Then throw it out afterwards.
Okay, second idea.
Okay. Just the idea, man, this week. Okay.
I was thinking of buying this thing called a super gun. So a super gun is a piece of hardware that can connect to an arcade board. And then it displays that arcade board on your television.
Okay.
So you're running actual arcade games onto your TV through this thing.
Okay. How many arcade boards do you own?
0.
Then no.
But I was thinking...
Yeah, no.
I told you about the Game History Foundation, correct? I remember I told you about that.
Yeah.
So there's a guy, his name is Steve Lynn. He is the arcade man.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was talking about how when he was at PAX, that pretty much he felt like whenever people... Here, I'll just read the tweet. So Steve Lynn on Twitter... Whenever someone asks me for advice on collecting arcade and pinball games, I always feel like a part educator and part crack dealer. Mm-hmm. And so I wrote, should I buy a super gun and start down this dark rabbit hole? And then he responded with, just buy an arcade cabinet, learn to maintain and fix it, go big or go home.
What? I believe in that, yeah.
So should I go big or go home and buy an arcade cabinet, which then I could switch out boards like a JAMA cabinet? Or should I buy a super gun and just have like the kind of in the middle?
Nah, go all the way.
All the way?
All the way.
All right.
Because I'll tell you what happens if you go in the middle. No one's going to know the difference except you. And that will eat at your soul.
It probably will.
That will eat at your soul knowing that you're not doing this the authentic way. Damn. That's how I feel about the situation.
All right.
That's what I would do. But I wouldn't do either of that because I'm smarter than that. Dang.
All right.
So anyways.
So I got another... I don't have another idea.
Okay, I was going to say, you have another... Wow.
No.
Pitch me something else. Yeah, this week was a week.
Yeah, it had some stuff, I guess. Like, not stuff I want to talk about on this podcast, but...
Yeah. Well, let's just say this. Movie-wise, the movie industry is kind of at its all-time low. Mm-hmm. Because it's the end of the summer, beginning of the school year.
Yep.
Television shows haven't come back, so we're in a little bit of a loop there. And the video game season is just starting.
Because Madden just came out.
Yes, but we're not really in the midst of it yet.
Yeah.
So we're in that break time where people get to catch up and just do whatever the hell they want and just relax. Or some would say focus on more important things like going back to school or finding a job. Or...
Lame! Losers.
Yeah. So that's happening. And nevertheless, we found some interesting things on the internet to talk about. First up, I have to talk about the latest
and greatest
Lego set to be revealed.
What are you talking about? That Death Star just was announced.
The Death Star?
Yeah, wasn't that Death Star announced?
Yeah, but that's not the latest.
That super expensive Death Star?
Yeah, but...
That's pretty recent. It seemed pretty great.
It's pretty great, but it's not the greatest. Oh? It's not the largest.
Okay.
It's not the most iconic-est.
I don't think that's a word. I think you made that one up.
Listen, I learned in English that you could just add EST and it immediately makes it the most S.
Yeah, I watched Sakamoto desu ka?
Yeah.
Cool, cooler, coolest.
Yeah, see? That's how it works.
Yeah.
The Lego guys announced in celebration of Star Wars, because the new Star Wars movie is coming this year, and recently was Forced Friday, there's a new Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and it is the biggest Lego set in history, boasting more than 7,000 pieces, and a price tag that is... I know it's $7.99 American. I'm going to look it up on the
Holy balls!
Lego store for how much this cost. But it is as cool as you think it would be. It's a really large, I say... accurate representation of the Falcon as can be in a Lego aesthetic.
So you showed me it's like the Lego designers are talking about the Lego thing, and you can change this thing into the different iterations depending on episode 7, episode 8, or the classic original. And that's pretty cool.
You can. I will say, I believe the changes from the original to the current is mostly just the radar dish.
And there's like a couple attachments on the front.
Yeah, but it's not a big change. Like,
it's still cool that they added the option.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so it's $7.99 here on Lego.shop.com in America.
$7.99 American.
Okay, Canadian's not so bad. Only $900.
Holy shit!
It's only $899.99. Wow, that's a lot of money for Lego.
Hot damn!
So the biggest additions they made to this is not only do they I suppose introduce new Lego pieces so that they can have more like rounded off sections as opposed to just squared off bricks. They added a couple interior components, namely the lounge area where they play that alien version of chess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They have the spot where Han and Leia kiss while they're doing repairs.
Oh.
They have. I want to say they have the floor where they hide inside.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to say they have that. And then the cockpit seats 4, like it should. It looks awesome. It looks like the Lego piece for the biggest Star Wars fans.
So I know this thing is insanely expensive.
Yeah.
If you don't A, pre-order it,
Yeah.
B, know someone who knows someone,
Yeah.
or C, camp out, do you think you'll be able to get your hands on this?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So the thing I love about Lego is, yes, they're expensive, but they always meet demand. And especially when it comes to these big sets, they make sure they keep printing them for maybe 2 years. Like usually a Lego.
Oh wow, they print it for that long?
Yeah, like a Lego set usually has a like there's seasonal sets, and then there's the marquee sets, like the big for the Falcon. Like I have a Falcon up here. That came out when The Force Awakens came out 2 years ago. It's still in production. Like it's still being printed.
Oh, so it's not just that they have extra.
Yeah, of course they change the printing runs depending on how well it's selling.
Yeah.
The question is, in 5 years, if you didn't get it, then you're fucked, because the previous UCS Falcon, which I believe retailed for like $500 and was the one that this one's now based on, before this was announced, that went for $5,000. Like, if you wanted it.
Holy crap.
Like, unbuilt, new, in box.
So that is a big enough price gap to where I would debate buying one and sitting on it for 10 years.
Yes. That's what a lot of people are thinking of doing. I don't know if that's really something that I would... It's tough to call now because things have changed. Like, the reason that happened is because...
No one else did it.
There was no Star Wars, right? Like, there's no Star Wars back in 2007, and it was still under the ownership of Lucasfilm. Now that Disney is the money-making machine that it is, I get the sense that every 5 years, they're going to throw out a new one, like, and improve it. Like,
That's
so
fair.
It's tough to make that call. I do want to get one for that exact reason.
But also, when do you make that call of actually buying one then? Because it's like, okay, after 5 years, they're going to make a better one.
That's tough. I would give it a year.
Really?
Like, it's a Lego set. It's not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
Like, I've been staring at this other collector series, like a Ferrari, like an F40.
Yeah.
It's
that Technics thing?
Yeah, like that's been out for it's almost 3 years now. I could still get it.
Oh.
For retail price.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, it's like $100 at Toys R Us. So it's not super tough to get a hold of. These things. And when they go out of print, Lego like has an announcement series. Like they say, like this set's getting hard to find, and then they'll say, in this month, this set officially goes out of print.
Oh,
so like they give you the heads up of when it's gonna go.
There's a certain company that I'm thinking of in my head.
Oh,
it's a video game company.
Are you sure?
Starts with an N, ends in an O. I think they should take some notes from Lego.
No. I don't know who you're talking about.
No.
I don't think there's a video game company that I can think of that's doing
No,
this.
none of them. Nobody. All right.
No PlayStation? Microsoft.
Oh, Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Yeah, that's the one.
Microsoft. Okay.
That's racist.
Yeah, so that's cool. But you were talking about video games, and my second pick is well, it's not really anything special. I mean, today is the launch of Destiny 2.
It is.
And the marketing machine for that game is in full swing.
It's nuts.
And they have so for this game, it's tough to call what audience they're aiming at, because what the game is versus the marketing you see seems like two different crowds, or maybe it's the same crowd.
I feel like they're just going they're like, can we hit everybody? Like it's like they're testing. It's almost like they're testing their marketing team.
Yeah.
They're like, we want a marketing campaign. Like, we know this is going to attract certain people. Mm-hmm. I got a challenge for you guys. I'm going to make a bet. Like, I'll give you guys all a raise if you can appeal to everybody.
Yeah. Like, Destiny is, at the core, it's a sci-fi shooting game.
Yeah.
And like that
also
rings immediate bells.
And judging by the sales of Call of Duty, people don't want that.
Yeah. But the way this marketing is going is not only are they appealing to that, they're also appealing to the quote unquote gamer behind it, and like the gaming culture antics behind it. It's so much so that, like, if you've ever played Destiny or any sort of online game with, let's say, emotes or like a hello or a chat box.
Yeah.
Funny communication can happen. Happens all the time in Overwatch. Like something that you've seen this regularly happen. If before the match starts, people meet up and we'll just like immediately like rapidly crouch.
Yeah, they'll like just
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah,
like you're just bored, right? So you just click buttons.
And so, but this marketing, there's an ad for Destiny 2 for the Japanese market, and they've taken that idea and they've just like turned it up to 11.
They turned it into a live action commercial.
It's a live action commercial of these amazing level cosplays of Destiny armors, and they're all doing dance emotes. And it's so dumb, but it's
so great.
But it is great, and it's one of those moments where it's like, I want to be part of this, and I want to buy this game.
Wow,
take my money.
Marketing worked on you.
I know, right? But yeah, I just thought it was a cool ad. You guys should check it out, whether or not you like Destiny or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that it for your picks of the week? So I got some little ones, and I got a little quick hits.
Tell me.
So Bandai Namco released a new trailer in Japan in the Japanese.
Yeah.
And you know how the Gundam Arena Fighter games are very popular?
Gundam Versus.
Yeah. So they're pretty much making a Kamen Rider Versus.
Yes.
It's I think it's called Kamen Rider Fighting Climax. I think that's what the title was.
Yeah.
In the trailer.
I know it had Climax.
But they're making a Kamen Rider Arena Battler. Like 4 people, pick your Kamen Rider. They showed build. They showed all the different versions of X-Aid.
Yeah.
And it seems cool.
It does.
This arena fighter genre though is coming to the point where I think certain ones are going to be better than others for sure. It's like when they first started branching out in Muso games on the PS3. It's like, hey, check it out, Gundam Muso, and it's like, this game sucks, right? And over time, it's gotten better, but I want, like, this is not going to come out in North America.
No,
100%. So I'm probably going to be importing it, but I hope it's good because those Gundam games are really good, and they're finally bringing them over to the West. It's just that Kamen Rider is one of those things where I don't think, no matter how many whatever like petition.orgs you fill out as a community, I don't think Kamen Rider will ever come over to the West anymore. They tried Masked Rider, it didn't work. Yeah, they did
not work.
The other one I have is Capcom
Presents
is officially dead to me.
What?
Because they're bringing out a new puzzle fighter.
Yeah!
Which should be fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's on your smartphone. Which is okay.
Okay.
And also, all of the characters look like pop vinyls.
Oh.
So they got big heads, little bodies. They're all shittily 3D animated.
Why did you tell me that?
So yeah, Capcom's dead to me. That's a thing. I recommend you watch it to hate yourself. And go buy that Puzzle Fighter remake, that HD Turbo whatever on the PS3.
Oh,
that one's good. I got some news coming out of Anime News Network. They are
ANN.
ANN. They are talking about video games. So Nintendo here it goes. Interest article headline: Nintendo website hints Mario is no longer a plumber.
What? No, Mamma Mia!
Mamma Mia! So this news story came out. It was on the Japanese Super Mario Odyssey site, and basically what it says is it's like, this is Mario, this is him, he does stuff, he's got a mustache, blah blah blah. And as they're describing him, it says, and in the past he has also known to be a plumber. In the past. So that has the internet going nuts because they're like, listen, Mario's a plumber, that's what he does. This is going crazy. And what they said is that Mario used to be a plumber and now he's more into racing and sports. You know, like those Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games games. God. Right, Sonic. He's more. Mario's more into sports and racing now, karting, if you will.
Wow.
So this picked up. This is like a real fluff piece, but this got picked up on Fox News.
What?
They were having. I think it's like Fox and Friends in the Morning. I think that's what it's called. It's like this little thing where they get on a couch and sit around, and they're like, "Mamma Mia, boys." Did you know that Mario is no longer a plumber? And people so one of the news anchors tried to chalk this up to a PC like a political correctness conspiracy.
What?
And then it's like, how come they're not making letting Mario have a blue collar job anymore? What is he too good for? It went crazy. The internet and Fox News, it went nuts. I think my favorite tweet out of this news story was, well, goodbye to the middle class. So this little fluff piece picked up steam in a way I didn't think it would, which is pretty fucking hilarious.
That's good. That's good. How do you feel about it?
I feel that Nintendo has abandoned blue collar consumers.
Wow.
Abandoned them.
Wow.
They have gotten wrapped up in the Instagram fit profile picture culture.
Good for them.
And they've abandoned their roots.
Mario's grown up.
Yeah, Mario's finally grown up. Finally. It's only taken, 30 years?
He's finally becoming a man.
Yeah, finally. The other video game news I wanted to talk about is about Swery65's new game. I told you about The Good Life.
Yep.
So that game, it turns out, is going to be a Fig game. Fig, if you don't remember, is the crowdsourced platform.
For rich people?
For rich people.
Yeah.
So you have your Kickstarter-esque thing. You can go in tiers and buy whatever and you get rewards. But also Fig is unique because it has a investment tier.
That's crazy.
We'll say you're like the max say the max like donation is like $25,000, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to do more than that. I want to invest a certain amount of money so that I can get funds back. Like I can make a profit off this investment.
You want to be a shareholder.
I want to be a shareholder in The Good Life. You can do that. So the only thing is that Fig has had a lot of successful games that have reached their goal and have been released.
Yeah.
But from my knowledge, Fig has only had one profitable game for investors.
Okay.
And that is a game called Kingdoms and Castles. It was...
That was on Fig?
Yeah, that was on Fig. And it's its very first profitable game for investors. And I think that this investment news story is dated August 10th.
Okay.
So that's super recent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an interesting choice. Like, Kickstarter does have a wider audience.
Mm-hmm.
And a Swery65 game is niche as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So taking a niche developer and putting it on a niche crowdsourcing platform, I wonder how that will work. Because people who know about Fig are in it for video games. Like, they know what it is. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to invest more. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if it would have been safer for them to go with the wider approach with Kickstarter. Because he is asking $1.5 million to make The Good Life, which is not all that outrageous considering games are expensive and the type of games he makes. Like, he's probably trying to make a full featured game. But yeah, I thought it was just an interesting story. I didn't realize that Fig only had one profitable thing for investors.
Yeah, I never really heard too much about it ever since after startup. Like,
yeah, it started up. It had was Tim Schafer's a part of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't realize it only had one thing.
It's kind of sad.
It is kind of sad. I would hope that people are willing to invest in video games because they're getting so big now.
Well, I guess the idea is that it's a platform here to assist with investment, not necessarily. I guess after that they're on their own, right?
Well, yeah, I think with the money they raise, I don't know if that's only covers development cost, and at that point they'll have to find a publisher. So recently Shenmue, which was the most successful video game Kickstarter, only just recently found a publisher.
It was Sony, right?
It was it was Deep Silver.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know how that works because it sounds like Sony was publishing in North America, but they wanted a worldwide release and they didn't have anybody for Europe. So I think Deep Silver is publishing for Europe. So just because it gets funded doesn't mean that game gets published.
I see.
And if they're self-publishing, that's more money that they possibly don't have depending on how they spend their 1.5 raised, right? So it's not cool, but it's a weird little balancing act in business. It's like a weird behind the scenes thing. It's pretty cool. I like that. And then the last one is about manga.
Mangaka.
Yeah, I like it is about a mangaka. I like a series. It's called Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, I know you're
It
going.
is affectionately known on the internet as Hiatus x Hiatus.
It is.
Because the manga is constantly on hiatus.
Yeah.
And so in June, the series came back from a 1-year hiatus.
Yeah.
And in September of 2017,
yep,
Hiatus x Hiatus has gone back on hiatus.
I love it.
This guy is nuts. So his name is Yoshishiro Togashi. He's actually married to the lady who made Sailor Moon. Right? They're like the nerd couple that everyone strives to be.
Yeah.
But the thing is he goes on hiatus all the time. And he says he has a bunch of health problems. So right now he said that he's going back on hiatus because of lower back issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to sit at a desk.
So he didn't want to sit at a desk. So what I'm thinking is, hey, it's the future.
Okay.
Like, lay in a bed and draw your fucking show.
Just get a standing desk.
Yeah. And so the thing is I hedged a bet with a friend. And he's like, Anthony, Hunter x Hunter is back. You got to keep up weekly. Yeah. And I'm like, listen, no, it's not. It's not going to last till the end of the year. Once it goes on hiatus again, then I'll catch up. Yeah. And now it's on hiatus, and I can catch up with those, 20 chapters that he released. Wow. Yeah. The thing was, after the year hiatus, too, is the art in that manga is great until you hit the hiatus. And then there's the year hiatus, and I guess he was not drawing, period, during that whole time, and his art suffered dearly. So, I don't know. His storytelling is still super awesome. I don't think there's really any shonen manga doing anything like it. Yeah. But I can't keep waiting on this series to be finished. I guess, what the heck?
Do you think this will be a case of, I wonder what's going to end first, the manga or him?
It's gonna be him. Oh, no. It's gonna be. I'm gonna say it right now. It's gonna be him. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna go on hiatus. Cough, cough, blood. Oh no, there's a lung. And then he's gonna leave the copyright to his wife. And then his wife is like, finally, time for my return. And she turns everybody into magical girls.
What if the magical girls come and save the day?
Oh, they could. That could be part of their Nen power. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the one thing. I love Hunter x Hunter, and I think that if you like shonen manga, you will like this show. Yeah. Especially if you're of an older audience, because it's dark, it's mature, even though it's about the kids are main characters, right? Yeah. It's just hard to recommend to people because it'll never finish. It'll be like, hey, watch this amazing thing, and then live the rest of your life in torment that it will never finish. Yeah. So
it's a shame.
I don't know.
It's a shame.
That's it.
Definitely shame.
That's it. Well, there's also some news story, about an animator from Pixar. Yeah. Telling an audience to woo girls with anime. Yeah, he was talking about how he loves, The Castle of Cagliostro? Okay. Miyazaki's first directed film. And he was talking about how he was at a party where he met his wife, and he showed her random clips of the anime. Uh-oh. And then they both fell in love. They got married and had 5 kids. And so he's like,
what a dumb story.
He's like, yo, if you like anime, if you're passionate about anime, try and woo some ladies with anime. I think that's bad advice. I want to say his is a special 1 in a million case.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I've been to Anime North. I've been to anime conventions. I know that women who like anime exist. Oh, yeah.
But every time I talk to them, I was like, oh, that's a nice cosplay. I have a boyfriend. And I'm like, whoa. Yeah. Relax.
I've only met a very few girls who are currently into it. The whole cosplay anime scene. Yeah. Who are single. And attractive.
Wow. Yeah. Just got to tell
It's very rare. I know they exist, but very rare.
So my friend taught me about, he's talking about the polygamy scene. Or to have more than one partner in a relationship. Sure. So what those people are... So it's really easy to find a guy and a guy, a girl and a girl and a guy to be the 2. Yeah. It's almost nigh impossible to find the 3rd. Yeah. Who wants to share both of you
That's tough.
Right?
That's tough.
So they are called unicorns
Oh.
in that because they don't exist. And so that's pretty much what I feel what you were describing about the anime culture is. They are unicorns.
I mean, your scenario is definitely way more understandable.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go into an established relationship and be like the...
Yeah, we're looking for a third.
Yeah, like why would you want to go into that?
Right?
Yeah.
Also, why would you want to share someone?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you are into the open relationship, then I guess the sharing thing isn't...
But that's the thing. They're not like...
Oh,
it's three.
sure.
It's a 3 people closed loop, right? They don't want to share outside of the 3 people, but you're already putting on the barrier of there's a third person here.
Yeah, for sure. Huh? I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. Woo your ladies with anime.
Do it.
If you're single, it's because you're not watching enough anime.
Yeah, man. Do it, and then report back. I want to know your results, guys. Tell me how many women you wooed with anime. I'll tell you right now.
Negative.
Oh, that's not true.
1 dude.
I mean, I feel like it's tough to say because I know when you're in high school, it's a lot easier to woo girls with anime.
Yeah.
Because that's...
Wait, what? No, it's not.
That was my experience.
No way.
Yeah.
You're not white.
That's very true. That's very true.
Those white girls, they ain't having any of that.
That's very... You're right. None of the white girls are into anime. You're very right. Yeah. It was all the Asians. They were into that anime.
Yeah. Like, you hear about Naruto and they run to class with their...
But you know what? A lot of white guys who are into anime want the Asian girls, so there's no problem there, too.
That's fair.
And that's not me being stereotypical. That's me being truthful.
That's just facts.
Yeah. Facts, no printer.
I forgot about that line. That's a dumb song. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because that's when Bleach started. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when the big 3 started pumping up.
I remember. That was my in. Yeah. Because I was like... I had that on my shitty MP3 player that only held 56 megs.
You had the 56 meg version?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, man. Not 16 for me.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Uh-oh.
I had the 128 megs, but it was also a USB stick. Whoa. So you pull it out.
So you could save your homework on that shit.
Yeah, wow. I did it, but I could.
Yeah, I remember I was listening because I did have Orange Range on there, and I remember people asking me, "What are you listening to?"
You don't know.
And I was like, "Have you heard of Bleach?" And I remember.
Well, you told me about your high school life. I assume that your initial reaction is, "Yo, bro, whatevs. Let's go hit up the ball. Let's go hit up the b-ball court.
Yeah, totally.
I gotta shoot some fadeaways like Iverson, boy."
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, and then they're like, "No, seriously, what is that?" And you're like, "Fuck, I'm a dork."
yeah, pretty much. And then they're like, "But that's I got lucky, right?" Because the girls were also like, "Oh, you watch anime?" And they're like, "Sick!"
And you're like, "Damn, this works."
Yeah, but that's a story for another day. Let's talk about some other stuff.
Like what we did this week?
Yeah.
You want me to start?
No, I'll start.
Okay.
I could be quicker. I watched King Arthur.
Wait, why?
I don't know. It was on, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's watch it. I was kind of curious when it came out, and
the movie looks bad.
So, okay, I want to know, what did you think the movie? What kind of movie did you think it was?
I thought it was gonna be Knights of the Round.
Yeah,
but as filmed by someone who loves Michael Bay.
Ah. Did you know that it was directed by Guy Ritchie?
Wait, Madonna's husband?
Yeah.
What?
As in the guy who did Snatch?
What?
Yeah. As in the guy who did the most recent Sherlock movies?
Okay.
You know, okay, what if I told... Okay, when I say Snatch, have you seen Snatch? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one with Brad Pitt being Irish, right?
Yeah, but you know how, like, in that movie,
or a gypsy.
When they tell stories, they do it really quickly?
Yeah.
Okay, what if I told you it was like that? Turn to 11, plus live action Fate Stay Night, only Saber was Charlie Hunnam.
What
the
fuck are you talking
in that Excalibur could fucking shoot rays of light.
Are you high? Are you on drugs?
I know it sounds crazy, but that's what the movie is.
That sounds so good that it's bad.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
There's too much awesome happening that it's just like, wait, what? No, this movie's fucking stupid.
Okay. I'm gonna love this movie. Oh my god.
Yeah, because the main villain is a mage, and he builds a fucking mage tower so he can be more mage-like.
Oh, he builds a tower defense tower? Okay. All right.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
Yeah, do you know, what the hell is it? You remember in Breath of the Wild, when you have to pull the Master Sword out, right?
Yeah.
And you remember that scene, like, the camera zooms in and shakes?
Yeah.
When you're pulling it out?
Yeah.
Imagine that every time King Arthur touches the sword.
So it's filmed by Michael Bay.
And then he's just like, alright, let's do it.
Let's do it, boys.
And suddenly you're like, oh shit, no, he's actually Saber from Fate's Stay. Like, he's jumping around the map.
Oh my god.
Time slows down, and then he just looks at something, and he swipes his sword, and castles fall. And you're like, whoa!
Is it also as dark as Saber?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, there's some dark moments, but no, it's...
Okay.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird because the whole movie, it sets up like it's going to be a heist film.
Yeah.
But at the end, he's like, nah, I'm going to knock on the front door and wipe shit down with this Excalibur.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
So, I don't know. I had fun with it. I'm not going to say, like, I understand why people, I don't know. When you watch the trailer, it does totally seem like it's going to be this grounded, like, pretty boring.
Yeah.
But it's not that. But it's also not good. So, just take that into account.
Is it like when I recommend people watch Tokyo Drift?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about as dumb like that.
Okay.
Like, you watch it, you're like, this is awful. But it's also kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I felt about it when I watched
right.
it. I was like, this is so weird.
All right.
But yeah, so I did that, and then just more Persona. I'm at the end of November.
Nice. Nice.
Whew! I've been powering through it.
So you have Haru now?
I do have Haru.
How do you like Haru? How do you like Rich Girl?
She did not need to be part of this game.
Nope.
Like, she was like the convenience character. She was like, we need this dungeon. How are we gonna get our crew of people to get to this dungeon?
How can we put on the back of the box 100+ hours?
Yeah.
Haru.
Here's Haru. She's always actually been there in the background.
Also, she's the party member that uses psychic attacks.
Yeah. And
okay,
bye. Yeah. So she joined your party, and it's like, okay.
She joins super late, and her social link is super hard.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have, was it proficiency?
You need to have
diligence,
kindness, max.
If you don't have max kindness, you can't fucking start it.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts in November.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah. So that's the bummer. But I mean, yeah, her character totally just seemed like a last minute entry into the scenario setting, and it totally feels like that. Like, she does not need to be part of the crew. Mm-hmm. And it's a shame too, because she has one of the most tragic outcomes.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, I feel sorry for Haru. Anyways, what's up next?
Oh, look, there's another dungeon.
Okay, let's do it. And then Haru starts talking as if she's been part of your group, like, the whole year.
And she's like, oh, I remember all of you. It's like, no, you don't.
And it's like, yeah, we put up so much work into being the Phantom Thieves. It's like, what are you talking about?
You've been here for one dungeon.
Yeah. And so, like, it's weird. Haru is weird. But yeah, towards the end,
it's because I think she's a better character than other party members. Like,
yes.
her backstory,
Yep.
her as a character,
Yep.
like her personality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like her significantly more than Ryuji.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And Ryuji's been there since the jump.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's weird too, because there is another character you get after her. But the thing with this last character is you've known this person from the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And so by the time you get them, you're like. And the game does this really smart thing of building up their social link without you knowing that they're a party member.
Yeah.
And then when you get them as a party member, they're like, oh, by the way.
Hey, FYI.
Here's all the unlocks you get for having that social link. So, it's cool. Otherwise, yeah, I'm nearing the end of it. I've played enough now to know that I won't like this more than Persona 3.
I don't.
Yeah.
I objectively think it's a better game.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It's a better game. Like 100%.
If I'm going to say, hey, Anthony, what's your favorite Persona? I'm like, Persona 3.
Yeah.
Anthony, what Persona game should I play? You should play Persona 5.
Yeah. there's just a lot of things about this game that like I really do enjoy, but
I never realized like just how convenient that shortcut button is
to travel.
Yeah, no, not even just to travel, but in the battles. Like when you can fast travel to a move.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, I have 17 personas equipped,
yeah,
and I know this person's weakness. I can just press a button; it'll switch to that persona for me and highlight the attack I want to use.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. There's things about this game that I feel like it's mostly just story and scenario and like the pacing and all that kind of stuff. I feel like it's lacking in that area for me.
Okay.
I don't know why. Like I know that there was a couple of school trips, but I feel like we never really got to hang out as a group more often and just and I think like in some ways Persona 4 did that better,
Mm-hmm.
where you were always with your group and like you would get together on a weekend to do something. Whereas this game it's always like we only get together if it's a mandatory occurrence,
Yeah.
like a school trip. So yeah, I don't know. There's other things too, like when someone calls you at night and asks you to hang out the next day. I was always expecting and hoping that someone else would call me and be like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And then I have to call back and cancel.
You have to choose between.
Yeah, that's something I always liked in Persona. Or like when someone comes to me at lunchtime and like, "Hey, do you want to commit to hang out after school?"
But then you can just bail.
Yeah,
and it hurts their friendship.
yeah. Like I feel like in this game it's always like you can't really deny someone.
Yeah, because even in Persona 4, I think if you messed with people enough, it would lock the social link.
Yeah.
And then you would have to invest extra time
Yeah.
to undo the damage.
Yeah, this game doesn't have any sort of penalty for any of that stuff.
No.
So it does make me feel like I don't have to choose carefully or be as considerate to people.
It's also like a thing with like you feel more like a video game character than an actual person.
Mm-hmm.
Like these friends are these magical beings that will never get butthurt no matter what options you choose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas in the other games it felt like characters were more human.
Yeah. The other thing too, and this is more just a personal thing, and I understand why they did it. It's that they built out Shujin Academy like this. It's this huge area in the game, one of the biggest areas in the games. You never use it. There are no school social links.
There are 3 floors?
Yeah,
3 floors, 2 sides.
There's 2 buildings.
Yeah, there's the outside in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And it's like you never use that stuff. You don't have a sports club. You don't have like an economics or drama club. And I get why they did it. Like you're supposed to be this kid on probation, so no one wants to deal with you.
Yeah.
And being a thief, I guess thematically you get your sources from shady people like other adults, and that makes sense. But I just it almost makes it feel like, well, why am I a high school student?
Why aren't you a college student?
Yeah.
Why aren't you an adult?
Yeah, like it kind of erases the whole high school setting, and the high school setting now only seems to be there so that the story could be about bad adults. And so that's where I'm a bit.
Well, yeah, that story is super teen fiction.
Yeah. So. Right? Yeah, like those are like it's a lot of the story and just the way it's set up that really I find not as engaging as in something in 3.
Yeah,
but you're right. As a game, it's the best Persona game. Some of those confidants are just stupid.
Yeah, I think the major thing is the thing they changed with the confidants.
Yeah,
where not only are you getting confidants so you can see a story you like, but you're just getting useful skills. Like I said it in my review, like there are skills in those that those confidants have where when you get them, you're like, how the fuck was I playing this game without this skill?
Yep.
Like, how did this even happen?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But now that you mention it, I would like to see a Persona game that's based around adults.
I would love Persona like the college years.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something more mature.
Yeah, I would like to see that where you're in that phase of like, because now you don't have that jadedness of being a kid and you'd be like, oh, adults fucking suck.
Yeah.
But you're in that in-between phase where you're like, do I want to be a kid or do I want to be adult? Mm-hmm. And I think that would be great. I think, yeah, as much as I love high school teen fiction, I do think the series needs to move away from...
And those games are already rated M.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, for sure.
It wouldn't be hard for them to go to that sort of topic.
I'm ready for Persona to grow up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Persona, all grown up.
Yeah.
Like Rugrats.
Ooh, yeah. That would be nice.
Would it?
Yeah, but that was my week, I think. Nothing else.
Okay. I ended up starting the new Yakuza game, Yakuza Kiwami.
Kiwami?
Do you know that Kiwami means extreme?
Does it?
Yeah, that's what it means. Kiwami means extreme.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a remake of 1. So far, it's just mad nostalgia. The one thing I wanted to say is, so pretty much the engine is the Resident Evil 0, the Yakuza 0 engine. The battle system is the Yakuza 0 battle system with your 3 styles.
Yep.
But there is a little bit of difference where in Yakuza 0 there was a secret style. Once you leveled up all other 3 styles to the max, you got the dragon style or the mad dog of whatever style for the other character.
The dragon
and they were like super special styles that like played the old games and stuff. But you just have that now from the jump. And you can use your dragon style to do super crazy special heat moves. Like there are certain bosses where when they get damaged, they will go into a state of like recovery. But during that recovery, if you have heat, you go into dragon mode and do like a super special that does a butt ton of damage. Right. So that's pretty cool. They redid the experience stuff to kind of work like the old Yakuza. So in the very first Yakuza, or the early Yakuzas, you got experience bars, and you could bank a bunch of bars. And then you would spend experience bars on skills. So they brought back that instead of like funding cash into your person. And that's like a cool little nostalgia trip. But the thing I wanted to mention is that there's a battle. So the whole story is that as Kiryu, you've grown up with your 2 childhood friends from your foster home.
Right.
And it turns out that one of your like foster sister, pretty much, she is forcibly taken by one of the Yakuza bosses. And he's going to do some bad shit.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so what happens is your friend Nishiki murders the captain of that Yakuza family. And you, because you're Kiryu and you're this lawful good dude, you take the blame for the murder. You're like, I'm going to hold the smoking gun and stand near the body when the cops come. You 2 run. You go to jail and come back. When you come back, you're very weak, but your rival, pretty much Majima, he's like, I want to fight you. And so it's supposed to be a thing of like, okay, I'm going to fight you, and this is going to be a tutorial on boss fights, but also just like how Majima works as a system within the game.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to lose it.
And you wrecked him.
I didn't wreck him. So what happened is during the fight, when he hit me, it wasn't like he hit me once and I died, right? It wasn't like, okay, I'm supposed to lose this. He hit me once and like did an okay amount of damage, like nothing that was too crazy. But when I did damage to him, it was also like, okay, he's got 3 health bars, but I'm doing okay damage. And so I was like, could I beat him? Could I do this?
Yeah.
And so it turns out you can. It's super hard.
But
if you do it, you get 100 bars of experience.
Immediately
at the beginning of the game.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you beat this like boss that's supposed to be not something you can touch. Yeah. But if you do it, you get rewarded handsomely. And it's super cool. And it even changes the text, right? So when you lose, because I lost a bunch of times trying to fight him. I just reloaded saves. And so when you lose, you're like, oh man, I lost. And he's like, see, you're weak. You were in jail and you didn't do anything. You got to be out on the streets training and blah, blah, blah. But if you do win, he's like, even though I won, I'm so out of breath and I'm out of shape and it was harder than it should have been. He's like, yeah, you're weak. You have no horsepower behind your shit. Right? So they tie it in still. Like, they know that you won.
Yeah.
But they still like, okay,
that's nice.
This will be the beginning of the game. It was like a really cool little thing that, I only see that in Japanese games, really. Yeah. It's like, this guy's impossible, but if you do manage to beat him, we will reward you for it. Right? I can, like, think of a couple... there was a couple, like, North American-made games where, like, I was like, can I beat this person? And I would get them down to the last pixel of health, but then they just wouldn't die, right? And you're like, oh, I'm supposed to lose this. And that sucks. So the fact that they reward you for being able to beat this boss that you're maybe not supposed to be able to beat.
Right.
It's pretty cool. But I haven't really got farther than that. I've only put in like 2 hours. So, yeah, it's okay. Other than that, I've been playing Splinter Cell.
Which one?
The first one.
Why?
Because I have it on Steam.
Huh.
So I have all of them, I think. I have Splinter Cell, the one after that, Double Agent.
Okay.
Conviction. And Blacklist. I think those are all of them. I like those games a lot. I like the Splinter Cell games a lot. Like, it was a different type of stealth than Metal Gear, but I like the whole just super serious tactical action movie nature of of those games. I still think Conviction's my favorite because Conviction, yeah, just like the whole thing of you're gonna infiltrate the echelon. You're like, oh no, right?
That was the one after Blacklist, right?
No, Blacklist is the latest one.
Oh yeah, okay. Conviction is the one I like. Yeah,
Conviction is fantastic, and that was the
oh man, I love that game.
That was the one that introduced the last known position, and also the
auto shot.
The auto shot where you like tag 3 people and walk up, just be a fucking boss. You're like pop, pop,
yeah.
pop.
Oh yeah, after you earn like the stealth kills, you get 1, and then you could. I think you could stack up to like 5.
Well, it depends on your weapon. Like whatever your weapon had, then you could bank up to a certain amount.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a cool feature.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been playing those, and I'm sorry. Like the only way to play Tom Clancy games, I'm pretty sure, is on realistic. Yeah. I tried to play on normal. I'm like, this is too easy. Like, this sucks. Playing on realistic, it's like a good amount of challenge. If you get caught, like, you get dropped, and that's what should happen. Like, if you get shot with an assault rifle, you should get dropped. Yeah. Right? It's pretty fun. I like it. It also realistic forces you to use gadgets more. Like the whole, like, the noise cameras and stuff, and...
Oh yeah, I always forget that like in all those stealth games you have so many options.
Yeah.
But I'm always so boring, and I'm just gonna walk around and break someone's neck.
The ones I usually use are I don't use the crazy ones where it's like, oh, plant this camera on a wall and then lure them over with noise and then blow up the camera. Like I'm never doing that crazy stuff. But I'm using like the door snakes to look under and see who's there and that kind of stuff. It's fun.
It just makes me want another Rainbow Six.
Yeah, like an actual Rainbow Six.
Yeah, like another Vegas 4, Vegas 3.
I should play Vegas again.
Yeah,
because my favorite part of Vegas was Terrorist Hunt.
It's the best. That's the only reason you buy it.
Yeah, the story mode is good in that. No. Yeah, Terrorist Hunt. I remember playing a lot of multiplayer in Rainbow Six 3 for the Xbox, the original Xbox.
Oh yeah, no, I think mine was Vegas on the 360.
Okay, but yeah, those games are great.
Actually, I remember playing a lot with TJ. We would do split screen, and we'd never win.
Yeah, because you're on a split screen, you monkeys.
Yeah.
I can't see anybody. Yeah, the Tom Clancy games, the multiplayers, I've always liked just because of, like, it's not Call of Duty, right? You're not running around taking 17 shots.
Oh, yeah, you get taken out.
Yeah, it's cool. And if you get a good shot on someone, you're taking them out. So it's not, it's either way. I forgot that Blacklist has brought back Spies versus Mercs.
Oh, okay.
People who still play that game on PC are fucking good.
I bet they are.
Oh my God.
It's the only game they play.
Yeah. Like when I was a merc, couldn't see anybody and I was always dead. When I was a spy, I would be in the shadows and they'd be like, oh, look at all these tools I have and I'm using them properly. Dead. And I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
Okay, cool.
Those games are good.
Neat.
It makes me want either a new Tom Clancy game that is story based.
Cool.
That's it. Oh no, I went to Fan Expo.
You did go to Fan Expo?
Yeah, I went to Fan Expo for a day.
How was it?
It was cool.
Yeah.
So I've never been to Fan Expo, or at least I don't think I have. Like, I feel like I have been before, but I don't remember.
I've been once, but I haven't been in recent years.
Yeah, so my friend had an art table there, and so she got me in. I didn't really have to pay for it. Yeah. So my opinion is skewed based on free entry.
It's like $50 a day.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty cool show. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of dealers' rooms and stuff. Yeah. But Fan Expo also suffers from what I think Anime North suffers from, is that it is now so big that the dealer's room is no longer a deal. That it's just, here's a bunch of stuff at retail price or at retail price plus 10%. Right? So when I went to go look for video games, like every single video game was $10 more than it should be.
Yeah.
And it sucked.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy anything.
Yeah.
I ended up actually spending up most of my time in the artist alley. I bought a couple pins, bought some shirts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got me that Diva pin.
Yeah, I got you a Diva pin. I bought some pins for myself. I got this one. It's like a little Game Boy, but in the screen it says completed, but in Chinese.
No. So
it's pretty cool. This girl, she made them herself. She made the design and printed them out. So I ended up checking like all the artist alley independent artist stuff.
So I think that's what you go to the big dealer's room for now. I mean, it's not called I know it's called a dealer's room, but you're never, I don't know, like I go to a couple conventions now and The dealer's room, I never find deals anymore.
No, you don't.
But I do find things that are hard to come by.
Yes.
They're not for a reasonable price,
But
but
they're there.
I would never find them anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's generally what I come to expect now. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to Anime North and I got the complete series of Speed Racer on manga for $5.
Yeah.
And it's like, hot damn, what a deal.
Yeah.
Right?
How did you find the people count?
The people count there on Sunday, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
There is a lot of people just because it's a big thing, but I wasn't like bumping elbows with everybody. Like there's a good amount of space.
Do you like it when there's a lot of people, like big conventions, or do you like the smaller ones, or?
I usually prefer the smaller ones
Yeah.
just because I can get around and
Yeah.
see other stuff. And usually it's more of a kind of a chilled atmosphere. Whereas in the big ones like Anime North or like the main day of Anime North or Fan Expo, it's just
Hectic.
here's a rat race of people trying to buy the exclusive shit immediately.
Yeah.
And I also get very paranoid in big groups.
Really?
Because at conventions I wear a backpack.
Yeah.
Because I have like food in there or water or whatever. But I get very paranoid that with so many people close to me and so many people bumping around and into me that I couldn't tell if someone were to take something from my bag or from my pockets for that matter.
Yeah, I get you.
Right. So I don't know. That's just me. I get very paranoid with that kind of stuff. Though the bigger conventions usually have more interesting panels.
Yeah, so I think that's the great thing about Fan Expo. Like, it's super busy,
Yeah.
but it's busy for a reason. They try and pull on so many different interests.
What Nolan North was there.
Yeah, like
Nolan North, David Hayter was there.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hale.
Yeah.
Who's FemShep.
Yeah, Jennifer Hale.
Jennifer Hale was there. It was sad though. Like I saw the autograph lines and it was like, oh, Stephen Amell, line fucking max. Just so many people. Oh look, it's the voice actor for Rick and Morty, max. So many people.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's the video game voice actor. There's like 4 people in each line. It's like, aww.
Yeah. Well, that's the difference, right?
Yeah, and also people going nuts for professional cosplayers. Like, there's a professional cosplayer. Her name is Jessica Negri.
Yeah.
She was there.
Yeah.
And people went bonkers for that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think professional cosplayers have definitely taken a huge rise ever since they started appearing on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they had their own channels.
And also just the rise of, like, Instagram and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, check out all these cool costumes they make. Like, instead of taking the normal route of being a costume designer, they design their own costumes and then sell their self.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's so...
Like, if they can do it, like, those people are insanely creative, and I totally couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, Fan Expo is basically, for those who don't know, it's Canada's... I would say, comparatively, it's the miniature version of San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was cool. I think, like... If I ever go to those conventions now, because my friend has showed me like, oh, here's certain local artists that are really good and stuff, I'm probably just gonna, if I were to spend money, I'd spend most of my money on the independent artist stuff because it's stuff I'm not gonna find in stores, and I'm not gonna go meet these people anywhere else.
Yeah, for sure.
And then also the regular dealer's room, I'm not gonna find anything I want to buy. So
that's the thing about the dealer's room. Like, yeah, when it comes to regular dealers, great. But I like going to these big ones because, like Hasbro, the toy company, like they had a booth at Fan Expo, and I didn't find out this until after the fact. But there was this, like, they had a couple things they had there that weren't released in stores yet, and the Hasbro people didn't know what to price it at.
Oh wow!
So they were like, just here, lowest common denominator, and so they were pricing stuff that was like 50% what it should be at stores.
Oh wow!
And then I heard the following. They're like, let's just take 25% off everything. Yeah.
Okay.
And so like, because they're the manufacturer, like they don't really have the cost issue, right? So they could just do whatever.
Sure they're selling it at a profit anyways.
Yeah.
Like...
So, and I heard about that. I'm like, wow. So that's like, those kind of things are cool.
So yeah, big convention. It was cool to see. I met some friends there. And a big thing now is pin trading.
I heard.
Yeah, so like you having pins and swapping them up for other pins. Like if you're an artist and you've made pins, like so what my friend did, she made. I kind of want to pimp her Instagram just because she does like really cool art and makes really cool pins.
Okay,
that's Peeling Bananas. She made these like really cool Overwatch pins. It's Soldier 76 and
McCree?
Not McCree.
Reaper.
And so, but it's their human faces, not like their soldier personas, right?
Okay.
So it's their face. Yeah. So Soldier 76 is where that like visor eye thing should be. There's just a hole. right? So it's pretty cool. And then she has like the other one of Reaper in the hoodie, with the beard and stuff.
Yeah.
And so she gave me those, but she's like, yeah, I made these, and like I got a bunch of other pins from artists because I would trade them.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's neat.
I think one of my favorite designs that I saw, one artist, she had it's called the Noodle Cat. It was a larger pin, but the legs of the cat were made out of noodles. Like it was like a wavy cat leg.
Oh,
it was really weird. It was like it was a regular sized cat, but it was really long, skinny legs that were all noodled out. It was pretty cool.
Neat.
Yeah, I think that's if you're like me and you're kind of tired of not finding deals at the Leaders Room. If you're at a big convention, I would recommend checking out the Artist Alley scene and checking out the local artists that have a booth there.
Yeah. Make no mistake, you're not going to find a deal, but you will find.
Yeah, you're not even in the dealers or like the Artist Alley. You're not going to find a deal.
Yeah,
but you are going to find some stuff that may appeal to your certain niche.
Yeah,
that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Yeah,
or even some like original stuff. Like I bought a shirt. It's like a yellow shirt with a portrait picture in it, and it's a K-pop cat. And it's like a cat in like in kind of like a sweater cardigan.
Yeah,
and he's got the middle part hair, and it's really, I don't know, I thought it was like a cool design. It appealed to a certain niche. It was pretty cool. So you might find stuff like that you'll like, and then also has the benefit of helping local artists eat. So
because they need to do that, or so they say.
I thought they were starving artists for a reason. So yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, cool. Neato. We come to the end of the show. Usually this will be the time we talk about Kamen Rider.
Why do you have to bring that up? It's just set.
Yeah, Kamen Rider's over. We will take a look at Build, but I feel like we should wait for the first 2 or 3 to come out first.
Yeah, just watch them.
Just a shotgun, because I don't know if it is a 2-parter or if it's a 3-parter yet. So I want to see what that's all about first before we jump in. But yeah, so look forward to that in the next coming weeks. We highlighted Destiny. I'm sure I will be playing it in the next week or 2.
Okay.
Got to finish Persona first. That's my goal.
Yes.
And then I'll...
Can we have it a spoiler cast?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Perfect. I'm
sure we can. Otherwise, any news from you, Anthony? Anything you want to say?
I finished Hellblade.
Okay.
So I'm working on a review for that. That one's actually more done than my Nier review. I
get the sense that you didn't like this game.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want like a sneak peek, like it's fine.
Okay.
I think I'm coming to the realization that I don't like Ninja Theory games. Other than DMC, I love DMC. Like that game's amazing. I don't care what all the haters say.
I still think Enslaved is their best game.
I think Enslaved sucks dick.
I feel like that game.
That
game is an HD remaster.
That game sucks
because it did not run well.
That game should be forgotten.
Oh, it's so good.
It's not though.
So good.
It's not
so good.
The combat's so stiff.
So good.
Not fun.
So good.
Platforming sucks.
So good.
Game's garbage. Oh. I know I'm the minority on that one. Like 100%. Like everyone loved that game.
That's their best game.
That game's DMC is their best game.
I don't know.
And it's their only good game.
I mean, it's their second good game.
It's their only game that goes above. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
So,
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm farther along in that Hellblade review than I am in my Nier review.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble with writing that Nier review, just because I want to
because it's so good.
It's good, but I just want to tackle certain subjects that the game takes on, but I don't want to spoil the game. So thinking of ways to word things or to bring up certain situations without them being spoilers,
I see,
is hard.
I see.
Because that game is so dependent on multiple playthroughs.
Yeah.
So. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Yeah. So next week, see you guys then.
Peace out, bro.